Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Samina Pasha to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Samina Pasha's words. The biggest news came this evening when suddenly it was reported that the son of Aleema Khan Sahiba has been abducted. Now, whether this is really an abduction or whether some case will be used as grounds for his arrest is not yet known. But as I record this video, it can only be described as an abduction, because at present nothing is clear. Where her son is, whether he is in the custody of any institution for some crime, or whether some unknown malicious elements have taken him. No details are yet available regarding how he was abducted or how he was taken away. We will share those details with you, and afterwards we will also update you regarding Suhail Warich Sahib's interview, or rather, what he is not calling an interview, but rather columns he wrote, and the contradictory statements surrounding them, which have now taken another twist. Earlier, only DG ISPR's denial statement had come out. But now, even the host has issued a statement in support of DG ISPR, though it differs from his own earlier version. We'll present all of this before you. Along with that, another important news item is about Imran Khan Sahib's bail approval. The court's decision is also very interesting, and it reveals quite a lot about what is going on. So there is much to discuss in this vlog. I request you to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now first, let's talk about today's situation regarding Aleema Khan Sahiba's son. The story goes like this. Around 7 p.m, at Aleema Khan Sahiba's house in Lahore, suddenly a raid took place. Around 5 men came, according to her guards and family members, armed with guns. Some were masked, some unmasked, some were in civilian clothes, not uniforms. They arrived in 3 vehicles, 1 black car with tinted windows and 2 police pickup vans. These men approached the gate. When the house guard tried to stop them and asked where they had come from, instead of responding, they assaulted him, pushed him back, and climbed over the walls and gate. They broke through the wooden main entrance door and forced their way inside. As noise erupted, the father of Aleema Khan's son, that is, Aleema's husband, later told media that his daughter-in-law, the wife of the abducted son, rushed to inform him that some men had come and were taking her husband away. By the time the family elders and also Usma Khan's husband, Usma being another sister of Imran Khan Sahib, arrived, the men were forcibly dragging him out. Even the house staff were assaulted. The family tried to stop them, asking, "Where are you taking him? Where is your warrant?" To which they angrily replied something dismissive and shoved them aside. Then they forced Sharif, Aleema Khan's son, into the black-tinted car and drove away. No warrant was shown, no explanation given. This all happened in front of his young daughter, who saw her father being taken away under threats and violence. The women of the household were terrified. Lawyer Salman Akram Raja was the first to tweet about this, and soon many others tweeted as well. He quickly arrived at Zaman Park, held a press conference alongside Aleema Khan's husband, and confirmed the incident. Hours have now passed, but there is still no information about where Sharif is or why he was taken. For context, Sharif, Aleema Khan's son, is an athlete. He participates in various competitions, representing Pakistan internationally. He was supposed to travel abroad for another international competition, but was prevented from leaving, and now this abduction has occurred. He has never been involved in politics, nor expressed any political interest. His focus was always sports, unlike Hassan Niazi, who studied law and was active politically. So if this is an arrest on political grounds, it is shocking because Sharif had nothing to do with politics. Looking at the bigger picture, the clear element here is that Aleema Khan herself is a thorn in the system. She has repeatedly been targeted, arrested, and dozens of cases, 30 to 35, even terrorism-related, have been filed against her. She is often prevented from meeting Imran Khan Sahib. Why is she such a problem for the system? Firstly, because she conveys Imran Khan's message directly to the outside world, as he trusts her, and the workers trust her as well. Secondly, because of her political maturity, the way she articulates and conveys Khan's message effectively, often sounding as though it is Khan himself speaking. This makes her a strong representative. For these reasons, she is disliked. She has been threatened multiple times. She has even said that she was warned her car could be overturned. She has endured arrests, nights spent outside in scorching heat, and still she remains fearless. So the suspicion is that this abduction is meant to pressure Aleema Khan to weaken her resolve. It is possible that her son will be implicated in a false case. Some also see this in connection with the Supreme Court's decision earlier today approving Imran Khan's bail. Lawyer Salman Akram Raja suggested this may be a reaction from the state to counter the sense of relief from the court's ruling. You saw how right after the Supreme Court ruling, DGISPR released a statement saying, "The May 9th narrative stands, everyone must be held accountable, no forgiveness will be given." So while the court granted bail, citing lack of evidence and incomplete chalans, DGISPR was simultaneously saying no one will be spared. Thus, the timing suggested that despite the relief, the crackdown would continue. And then, in the evening, this incident of Aleema Khan's son being abducted took place. Some are even linking this to Sharif Marwat's remarks in a recent TV program. They said that Hassan Niazi has been caught, who is the son of Noreen Khanum Sahiba. But why has Aleema Khan's son been left free? Why is he roaming around at liberty? Sharif Marwat Sahib also alleged that the flag, which Hassan Niazi was waving outside the Corps commander's house, who handed him that flag, he claimed it was given to him by Aleema Khan's son. Later, when the video was recorded, Aleema's son moved aside, and Hassan Niazi was left holding the flag. And in that way Hassan Niazi was caught, put through a military trial, while Aleema Khan saved her own son. Sharif Marwat levelled very serious accusations against Aleema Khan, even calling her an agent of the establishment and other things. This is not the first time. He has previously made extremely harsh, insulting attacks on her. The point is, many people today were saying that perhaps Sharif Marwat Sahib himself pressured for this. That if you want to demoralise Aleema Khan or put her under pressure, then you should deal with her harshly too. And why are her children left free? They should also be arrested. So today, many were angry at Sharif Marwat, and ultimately, that anger transferred to Ali Amin Gandapur Sahib as well, because Gandapur, Barrister Gohar and others are always seen side by side with Sharif Marwat Sahib. Even though Imran Khan Sahib has expelled him from the party, he still does not restrain his tongue. He continues to criticise Imran Khan's sisters and hurl false accusations at them. Despite this, why do Ali Amin Gandapur and Barrister Gohar continue to keep him close, walking with him everywhere? That is a serious question. Because of Aleema Khan Sahiba's son's arrest today, everyone started connecting the dots, asking whether perhaps their own people might have drawn attention to this matter as well, suggesting he should also be dealt with strictly. No one knows for sure, but the way this whole incident was carried out was deeply shameful and regrettable. It feels as if we are living in a lawless country where you have no rights, where it doesn't matter whether you committed a crime or not, where you are given no notice, no arrest warrant is shown, and you can simply be grabbed like an animal in the jungle. This is what has been made of this nation. Naturally, the incident gained a lot of hype, because PTI leaders immediately released strong statements and videos, and social media became highly active. This created so much hype that it now seems unlikely he can be kept abducted for too long. It is possible they will show his arrest soon, and of course they don't need any real crime. Any false case can be made up. That is the entire story. It is a highly condemnable act, deserving of as much condemnation as possible. Now about Imran Khan Sahib's May 9th case. His bail was approved, but even there, Justice Afridi Sahib, while compelled to grant bail, tried his best to preserve the state's narrative and to shield the Lahore High Court judges. The reason given for granting bail was simply that chalans, or charge sheets, had not been presented in the cases against Imran Khan. From this alone, you can judge the nature of these cases. Lahore High Court had rejected bail even though chalans weren't even filed, let alone evidence produced. Justice Afridi did not comment on the fabricated witness statements and invisible cloak testimonies. Clearly he wanted to avoid weakening the state's narrative or setting a precedent that others could benefit from. So the judgment was deliberately soft, granting bail, but carefully avoiding damage to the government's position. Also today, lawyer Salman Safdar met Justice Afridi in chambers, raising concerns about how Imran Khan is being treated. That even as his lawyer he is denied meetings, his family is not allowed to meet him, he is not treated well, is denied facilities, and his petitions are left pending. Even in Islamabad High Court, his petitions are not being heard. Justice Afridi could only respond with vague hmms, as he was not going to act on it, but at least Salman Safdar put these grievances on record. Finally, regarding the controversy between Sohail Warich Sahib and DGISPR, Sohail Warich had written a column. Details I explained in the previous vlog. DGISPR denied everything, saying there was no meeting, no interview, and the entire column was false and fabricated. Afterwards, however, some clips circulated showing that the dinner in Brussels hosted by Zahoor Iqbal Sahib did in fact occur. Zahoor Iqbal, an overseas Pakistani, had even appeared on Absar Alam's show a few days earlier confirming the meeting because at that time DG ISPR had not yet issued a denial. Zahoor Iqbal described in detail how Field Marshal Sahib dined with Sohail Warwick, his family was present and many questions were answered. But today, after DG ISPR's denial, Zahoor Iqbal suddenly released another statement saying, yes, DG ISPR is right, there was no meeting, no interview. This directly contradicted what he had said earlier on television. Earlier, he had described it as a long session with detailed discussion and questions answered. But now he was denying it altogether. The repeated denials only create more suspicion. Warwick himself never claimed it was a one-on-one interview. He simply wrote that there was a meeting lasting about 2 hours in which various matters were discussed. Today he still stands by that. Journalist Habib Akram also confirmed that Warwick never claimed an interview, only that there had been a meeting. It does not seem Sohail Warwick will issue further clarification, but the repeated denials from DG ISPR have only made people more convinced that the meeting indeed happened. Otherwise, why would a host who just a few days ago was proudly recounting it now deny it? This reminds me of the verse, the more you try to explain, the more the world will suspect you. Do not explain so much. When too many explanations are given, people immediately sense that something is being concealed. The whole matter has become clumsy and messy, and ultimately even DG ISPR's credibility has suffered. People are more inclined to believe Sohail Warwick. That wraps up our translation of Samina Pasha's video. I hope this English version helped you understand her message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.